than just a supermarket at super quality? Want organic food, storage solutions, and toys for the kids? We've got that and so much more. Come to Super Quality Supermarkets located at Twin City, Shigonas, and Vancouver. For more details, call 223-9715.
त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकं इव वन्दनं मृत्युर्मुक्षयमामृतम्। ॐ शङ्करागता समायुक्तं मधुरं स्वादुतं महारभोजानैमीरं प्रतीयताम्।
सच्चरा परपूर्ण शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं सच्चरा परपूर्ण शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं मृत्युजया मृत्युंजया महादेवा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् सचराचर पूर्णा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं सचराचर पूर्णा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं मृत्युंजया महादेवा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं
ब्रह्ममुरारिसुराचितलिङ्गं निर्मलभासितशोभितलिङ्गं जन्मज दुःखविनाशकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय देवनाचितसूचितलिङ्गं कामदहन करगाचितलिङ्गं रावणदर्पविनाशकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय सर्वसुगन्धसुलेपितलिङ्गं बुद्धिविवर्धनकारणलिङ्गं सिद्धसुरासुरबन्धितलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय कनकमहामणिभूषितलिङ्गं फणिपतिवैस्थितशोभितलिङ्गं दक्षसुयज्ञविनाशनलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय कुङ्कुमचन्दनलेपितलिङ्गं पङ्कजहारसुशोभितलिङ्गं सञ्चितपापविनाशकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय देवगणाचितसेवितलिङ्गं भावय भक्तिदेव च लिङ्गं दिनकरकोटिप्रभाकरलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय अष्टजलोपरिवेशितलिङ्गं सर्वसुगन्धुकारणलिङ्गम् अष्टदिवज्रविनाशनलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय सुरगुरुसुरवर पूजितलिङ्गं सुरवनपुष्पसराचितलिङ्गं परात्परं परमात्मकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Yeah, Lingamashtikam, yeah. Lingamashtikam idam punyam yaha pati shiva samadhiyo shivaloka mavanoti shivena samodite. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
प्रेम से बोलो श्री शंकर भगवान की जय. Thank you very much for the beautiful bhajan. Thank you for the Lingamashtakam. Shall we all together collectively as one little beautiful community, loving people together, as we offer Duhavan together. Oh, Agni Swaha. A little bit, okay? Little bit. Everybody, Swaha, please. Om Agnaye Swaha, Om Somaye Swaha, Om Prajapate Swaha, Om Indraye Swaha, Om Puragnaye Swaha, Om Purvaya Vyapanaye Swaha, Swarajyaye Swaha, Dhyanaye Swaha, Om Apo Jyoti Raso Amritam Brahma Purvaswarom Swaha, Yang Medam Devaganam Pitarasya Pasate Taya Mama Yameda Agni Meda Vidam Kuru Swaha. Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Paraswa Jagaram Paranaswa Swaha. Agni Naya Supataraya Smat Vishwani Dev Vayunani Vedvan Yuyo Jasmadurana Meno Shanti Namamne Pirimam Swaha. Om Ganganapate Namaha Swaha. Om Dharti Mataye Namaha Swaha. Om Gauri Mataye Namaha Swaha. Kalash Devtaye Namaha Swaha. Varun Devtaye Namaha Swaha. Namah Shivaye Namaha Swaha. Navgraha Devtaye Namaha Swaha. Agni Devtaye Namaha Swaha. Lingam Devtaye Namaha Swaha. Everybody got 3 months, please. Om Guru Bhuva Swaha. Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Guru Bhuva Swaha. Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Swaha. Om Guru Bhuva Swaha. Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Swaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamane Sugandhim Pushtim Vardhanam Urvarukam Eva Vandana Mrityurum Siyamamritam. Swaha. 6 years. Whatever we have done here this morning, the little that we have done is to the best of our ability in the time frame we have allotted. If we make any error or have any shortcoming, we ask for forgiveness, as none of us is perfect. None of us is perfect. None of us is perfect. Om Sarvam Vai Purnavam Swaha. Om Sarvam Vai Purnavam Swaha. Om Sarvam Vai Purnavam Swaha. Empty all this samadhi in one corner. Wipe your hand up when you finish. You all wipe up your hand. We take blessings from Agni Devata. All of us take blessings from Agni Devata. May the energy of Agni Devata give us strength from day to day to perform our daily chores. Keep us healthy and alive. Tejvasi Tejmahi Balamasi Balamahi Udrosi Udrahi Sahuvasi Sahumahi Manyurasi Manyurmahi. Om Jau Shanti Antarishabham Shanti Prithvi Shanti Apa Shanti
वनस्पति शांति विश्वदेव शांति ब्रह्मा शांति सर्वं शांति शांतिरेव शांति शांतिरेव
ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम। प्रेम से बोलो अग्नि देवता की जय। We'll take at least 2 bhajans, and in the meantime we will now do set up for Ramayan to bring this to the second half of our program. This brings us to the end of the first part of our program. Do we have 2 bhajans, please? Me, the Kurtan group there, and you sing one. You got one song.
I did it.
Okay. So you get your mala, you get your aarti now. This is what you do. You get your aarti.
I don't think I'm going to reach there. You need to come over and
Oh, hello.
Oh, sorry. Because it will come over. Antelope is singing? Yeah. What are you singing?
Yeah, I love them.
What are you singing? Yeah.
Jai Krishna Hare Sri Krishna Hare Dukhiyo ko dukha dukare Jai 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 Krishna Hare Jai Krishna Hare Sri Krishna Hare Dukhiyo ko dukha dukare Jai 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 Krishna Hare Japa chara tarapayaniarahu Ashaka durakinarahu Japa chara tarapayaniarahu Ashaka durakinarahu Anduinake wanaharahu
We'll take a next bhajan from that one side. Afterwards.
No.
The microphone. Here, the blue one.
तुम्हारी बन जाऊं रसिया कहो कैसे तुम्हारी बन जाऊं रसिया कहो कैसे तुम्हारी बन जाऊं रसिया कहो कैसे तुम्हारी बन जाऊं रसिया
young man that came with a tabla here. I think it's only fitting that we give him a chance for somebody to sing a song.
Yes.
Please.
This Shanta young man.
Oh, he knows. He gave him a lesson last
Oh, he was
night.
dancing last night.
Will you sing for us?
I asked her.
Yes.
Yeah, she's about Renat Addison. And Andrew will have to sing.
Go.
Andrew, do a short tune. For
Yeah.
that, why didn't you do a tune and let him play
Yeah.
a short song? The whole idea is about having participation.
Sorry.
Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva Vikumat Swami Sakha Hamari Vikumat Swami Sakha Hamari Nath Narayan Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari Nath Narayan Vasudeva ठाकुर हमारी प्राणों से प्यारी तुम हो हमारी हम है तुम्हारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा गैया चरैया माखन सुरैया तीनों की नैया कि तुम ही बेवैया हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा गोविंद मेरो है गोपाल मेरो है गोविंद मेरो है गोपाल मेरो है शिवा की बिहारी नंदलाल मेरो है शिवा की बिहारी नंदलाल मेरो है गोविंद मेरो है गोपाल मेरो है गोविंद मेरो है गोपाल मेरो है गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण
Take the mic from Roger.
Testing 1 2.
Yeah, yeah. Turn around. You gotta turn around. Face the audience.
Ram, everybody. I do have a voice.
Hold the microphone close.
I wanted to introduce our Pandit. Pandit Dial Biscoe Dial, a fourth generation Pandit, is the son of Purmath Bisundel and late Pandit Shastri Bisundel. Pandit Bisundel was born in Annandale, East Coast of Marara, Guyana, to a highly respected family. His late Nana Satnarayan Pitcham and late great Nana Pandit Bichu's girl Maharaj. He was trained under the guidance of his father, late Pandit Shastri Bisundel, late Pandit Sama Prasad, and late Professor H.S. Adesh. Pandit Bisundel is involved in Hinduism widely, as he is performed in several religious and musical engagements across the Caribbean, Canada, and the United States. He has accomplished Sri Hari Om Sharan. He is accompanied with Sri Hari Om Sharan Anup Jolta and many others musically. Pandit Bisundel brings great experience to both the spiritual and musical world. A humble devotee indeed, he is currently studying the Ram Charit Manas to uplift Hindu Dharma wherever he goes. He brings bliss to everyone with his melodious voice and devotion. Without further ado, he is presenting Pandit Sarva Dial Bisundel. Har Har Mahadev.
प्रेम से बोलो श्री शंकर भगवान की, प्रेम से बोलो श्री शंकर भगवान की, प्रेम से बोलो श्री शंकर भगवान की। हर हर महादेव, काशी विश्वनाथ गंगे। You have that's the vocal mic you have there for the Ramayan.
Not sure. No.
Testing. Mics. Yes. So you have the two mics for the Dola. One?
Yeah.
So use the other one. Use the one in the harmony. Both. Shall we all clasp our hands as we offer prayers this morning? वीणा धरे विपुल मंगल धानशीले भक्तार्ति नाशिनी विरंची हरीश वंदे अखिल मनोरथ दे महादेव विद्या प्रदायिने सरस्वती नौमि नित्यं विद्या प्रदायिने सरस्वती नौमि कर्पूर गौरम करुणावतारम संसार सारम भुजगेन्द्रहारम सदा वसंतम हृदयानपिन्दे भवं भवामि सहितं नमामि भवं भवामि सहितं सर्वमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमस्तुते नारायणी नमस्तुते। Everybody Gayatri mantra. Om भूर्भुवस्व
तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः स्वाहा। हे परम पिता परमेश्वर, आप हम भक्ति से नाम बनकर आपके चरणों में आए हैं। आपको हृदय में धारण कर हम अपने मन और आत्मा को पवित्र बनाते हैं। आपकी शरण में रखकर हम अपने दुर्गुणों को दोनों चाहते हैं। हे दीन बंधु, कृपा सिंधु प्रभु, आपके ऊपर श्रद्धा और विश्वास रखकर कृपा से हम इस भव सागर को सुखपूर्वक पार कर सके। ओम शांति शांति शांति। माता और पिता, भाई और बहनों, विप्र मंडली और भक्तजनों, मैं कोटि कोटि pranam to each and every one of you from the bottom of our hearts. We bring greetings from Guyana, North America, to each and every one of you here in this beautiful temple, Satnarayan Mandir. This morning, I take this opportunity to share a continuation of a beautiful story. The power of love and faith in a relationship. A relationship that gives the greatest friendship in life. The deity that connects with love is a wonderful celestial energy. A love that is priceless, a love that is compassionate, a love that is valued. Singing the name of the Lord is one of the most significant devotion in the 9 forms. And when we sing the name of the Lord, what do? We sing the name of the Lord with this beautiful bhajan. My little request to you is for you to clap. You know the song, sing. Let's clap for Andrew as we give timing. Krishna Krishna, Bolo Krishna, Radhe Radhe, Bolo Krishna. Everybody, Krishna Krishna, Bolo Krishna, Radhe Radhe, Bolo Krishna. Beautiful. On a scale of 1 to 10, we're measuring 7.5. Can we go a little bit more? Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Radhe Radhe, Bolo Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Bolo 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 Krishna, Radhe Radhe, Bolo Krishna. महामाया के क्रोध के ताले ऐसे नाम से प्रीत लगाए, मन मंदिर में ज्योति जगाए, मिट जाएगी कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्णा, बोलो कृष्णा, राधे राधे, बोलो कृष्णा, कृष्णा कृष्णा, बोलो कृष्णा, राधे राधे, बोलो कृष्णा। महामाया के क्रोध के ताले नाम से प्रीत लगाए, मन मंदिर में ज्योति जगाए, मिट जाएगी कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्णा, बोलो कृष्णा, राधे राधे, बोलो कृष्णा। Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Bolo Krishna, Radhe Radhe, Bolo Krishna. बंसी के धुन में खो जा रे, मोहन मुरारी का हो जा रे। बंसी के धुन में खो जा रे, मोहन मुरारी का हो जा रे। तन तेरा बन जाए बंसे, तन तेरा बन जाए बंसे, गाए कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्णा, बोलो कृष्णा, राधे राधे, बोलो कृष्णा, 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 राधे राधे, बोलो कृष्णा, राधे राधे, कृष्ण कृष्ण। प्रेम से बोलो कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। Sing in the name of the Lord like the flame of the name in the temple of your mind. This is what Krishna is about. Krishna is about love. Use the small mic stand for the tal side. You're not hearing the tal side. Before I start Ramayan tonight, this morning, I'd just like to share, we have to do at least 2 lines of Ramayan Sumiran as per mandatory in giving blessings and pitying the blessings of Ganapati Baba. And then I'll share a nice little short story with you as to where we are and where we go from here. But let's sing Ramayan Sumiran. गणनायक करिवर भजना, करिवर भजना। गणनायक करिवर भजना, करिवर भजना। करहु अनुग्रह सोई नमाम, बुद्धिराशि शुभ गुण सधना, शुभ गुण सधना। मोकही बाटाल रमाम, पंगु चढ़े गिरिवर बहना, गिरिवर गहना। जो सुमिरत सिद्धि होई रामा, जो सुमिरत सिद्धि होई रामा। गणनायक करिवर भजना, करिवर भजना, हो करिवर भजना। Mothers and fathers, I'm continuing a story that I've started November 19th in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Went on into Margate, Florida. Went on into Surama Mandir in New York. I bring a continuation of this story here from Ramayan. As I mentioned earlier before, the power of love and faith in a relationship. Every one of us, some way, shape or form, do have a relationship. Even if you're married, spinster, divorced or otherwise, we are wise to have a relationship with the Lord. This morning, this story from Balkan, it's an act in Kailash. Kailash is the place where Shiva and Parvati resides. What happens here? Lord Shiva alone, I'm going to give you a backdrop of this story. Lord Shiva alone was residing in Kailash. Brahma, Vishnu, Lord Indra had a desire to see Lord Shiva gets married again after his first wife Sati was burnt in the fire. Fast forwarding, they approach the domain of Lord Shiva, and it says devotion brings a prayer to them. Devotion brings a prayer to me and you this morning that they would love to see Lord Shiva get married again. They expected otherwise for him because he's very, what you call, sometimes he can be uneven in his thought process. They thought he was going to be rebellious, gets defensive. But he smiled and said, and he tells him, so be it. Ramayan speaks. So happens that eventually, soon as they heard that, they jumped for joy. They were the Saptarishis that were outside of the king of that domain. They immediately jump and celebrate. But as they were celebrating, immediately Brahma and Vishnu send the Saptarishi to give message to Parvati Ma. And to give message to Parvati Ma, to tell her that Shiva has consented to marry. Lo and behold, she smiled. And when she smiled, she remarked to them that Lord Shiva has always been her prey. So, now there's a connection. Saptarishis informed the father, which is Himavan, and what is the mother of Parvati? Everybody begins with him. Mainavati. Right? So, the father and the mother, they were informed by the Saptarishis immediately. I'm just fast forwarding to give you the backdrop of the story because I want you to have an idea where we're leading to. They were informed, they set up, they asked the Rishis, set the dates. They got a lagan. Before you do wedding, you have to check for lagan and all this kind of stuff, right? You have to make sure the tithi is correct. This is according to our Dharma Shastras. So all of that was organized. A big pavilion was made in the kingdom of Himavan and Mainavati, where Parvati resides. Marriage ceremony came. The Bharyat came. He came with a whole ton of people. They were singing in their own language. Nobody understood them. They were dressed in their own tribal style. Nobody understood the way how to drive. They dressed. Shiva approached his mother-in-law for parche. She refused to parche because the way how he was dressed. In the twinkle of an eye, Parvati, some way, shape or form, sent a message after they realized that this Bharyat is not going nowhere. So Vishnu and Brahma and Narad Muni approached immediately and resolved the whole story. And after they resolved the story, the Parvati asked for her sake, for her mother's sake, please change your dress, your outfit. Got married. Change your outfit, went and got married. And they sat down and they do puja. And what they did in a little summary, they do a little song. Can you oblige me the microphone for the bass side of the drum?
Yeah.
Me and you out of any mic. Yes, we want to hear the drum. Right. So, in this short little song, I'm just building you up to this momentum. And what do we sing? Because this is what the Saptarishis did when the wedding was going on. Ye karlo na re bhajana manushya tana paayege. Karlo na re bhajana manushya tana paayege. Manushya tana paayege. Manushya tana paayege. Karlo na re bhajana manushya tana paayege. Karlo na re bhajana manushya tana paayege. Ganesh puja, धरती पूजा अग्नि पूजा बनाएंगे. गणेश पूजा धरती पूजा अग्नि पूजा बनाएंगे. देवी दर्शन शिवा दर्शन गुरु का प्रचार का संस्कार का प्रचार का. करो नारे भजना मनुष्य तन पाएंगे. करो नारे भजना मनुष्य तन पाएंगे. Going forward, they were married. They all went, and after the wedding was done, remember in this song again, इसे गणेश पूजा धरते पूजा अग्नि पूजा बनाए के. These are the pujas that have to be done. But Ganesh was their son. How come they do puja to Ganesh? Because in the celestial form they come, they take avatar in several forms, several periods. So they offer prayers to Ganesh. And they do puja. Devi Darshan, they receive the blessings of Devi Ma, they receive blessings of Shiva. Guru ka pracharaka, this is from the sanskar now. It all comes from the sanskar, Vivaha sanskar. And this is from the sanskar Vidi, Satyar Prakash. This is our Dharma Shastras. Going forward now, they meet and greet and connect with everybody. And they are about to leave. And the mother is to give consolation to her daughter that how you must treat your husband. And Parvati's ma sings to her husband in her mind, Tumhi mere mandir, tumhi mere puja, tumhi devata, tumhi devata. After consolation from the mother to this daughter who is about to leave their home, to go to the husband home, she sings that you must always, the mother-in-law telling this daughter, you always worship your husband. Always take care of your husband. Tumhi mere mandir, Parvati now sings to Shiva that you are my mandir, you are my puja, you are my devata. This is a story to show how we should all live together when we get married. Bhagwan Shiva smiles and returns the favor and sharing with her. Saathi tera pyar puja hai, tere siva kaun mera puja hai. O saathi ho, mitwa ho, o saathi ho, mitwa ho, saathi tera pyar puja hai, tere siva kaun mera puja hai. Saathi means life. You are my life partner. You are my puja also. साथी तेरा प्यार की पूजा है, तेरी सिवा कौन मेरा दूजा है यार. You are my life partner. There is nobody else in this world except you. He assured her that this is where this bond of unity, bond of love comes in. All of us have a relationship, right? So coming forward from there now, they went and they moved from there, went to their domain, which is Kailash. So he becomes Kailashpati, she becomes Kailashpatni. In this story here now, what happens? A beautiful story continues in this form of Vidoha. Your tal side, something is not clicking. You need to pull the mic closer to the drum. Right. This is one style of Bani style that we sing. Pratham mahi man kahi Shiva charita, प्रथम मही में कवि शिव चरिता, बुझ मरमो तुम्हारा, बुझ मरमो तुम्हारा. प्रथम मही में कवि शिव चरिता, बुझ मरमो तुम्हारा, बुझ मरमो
तुझी सेवक तुम राम जी, रहित समस्त विकार से यावत रामचंद्र की शरणम प्रभु। Pratama Mahi. Pratham means first. The word Pratham means first. This is the underlining word. First thing there is here. By recounting the acts of Shiva in this Doha, at the very outset, I have discovered Shiva. Bhagwan Parvati Ma has discovered the secret of the heart of Shiva. Tells us how we must find out what is the intricacies, how to connect the dots with your relationship. So she has discovered that he, in this word, you are indeed a true servant of Sri Ram. And the secret is that you are very conscious, you have a very close connection to Sri Ram. And you are free from all blemishes. So this is the secret of the heart of Shiva. And this is what Parvati is beginning to find out as they start this relationship, as they live in Kailashpati. Now, who is Sri Ram? We all know who Sri Ram is. But let's find out in this beautiful song. Kahe sutalamo manwa japule Sitaram. काहे सुतल बाबू मनवा जपले सीताराम 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 राम। काहे सुतल बाबू मनवा जपले सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम। Ram hai hamre tanman jeevan. Sri Ram is our body. Shiva is now explaining to Parvati that the reason why the secret of my heart is through Sri Ram. And this is a message for all of us. That Sri Ram is our body. He's our mind. He's our life. He's our benefactor. He who is dear to him shall be liberated. He's the master of the universe. Chaupai leads me to this other prayer. Shall we all sing together? Jai Ram Sri Ram, Jai Jai Rama, Sri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Everybody, Jai Ram Sri Ram, Jai Jai Rama, Sri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama, Jai Ram Sri Ram. Ramayan, गिर भरो कैलाशो सारा जहां Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Sri Rama Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama, Sri Rama Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama, Sri Rama Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Paramaramaya Giribaru Kailashu. It says Kailash is the noblest of all mountains and very beautiful, since Shiva and Parvati has made it their eternal home. Just like you have made your eternal home here in London. Once upon a time, the Lord went to rest beneath the tree, and it was much happy to see it. It was a banyan tree. How was the sky? The tree visualized a park. He went and sit beneath this tree in his journey while he's living in Kailash. The sky was blue. But how was the earth? How was the sky? Besides being blue, the stars are all aligned. नीले गगन की धले धरती का प्यार. Okay, Auntie, you sing for me. I hear you singing. Sing, Auntie Purple. Hey, let's sing together. नीले गगन की धले धरती का प्यार भले. नीले गगन की धले का प्यार भरे. ऐसे ही जग में आते हैं शुभ दिन, ऐसे ही शाम भरे. शबनम की मोती फूल पे बिखरे, दोनों की आस भले. नीले गगन की छले धरती का प्यार भरे, धरती का प्यार भरे. नीले गगन की तले, the song from the movie Hamraz 1967. Beneath this blue sky that is there, the love of earth blossoms. Shiva is sitting there. Where is the love? ऐसे ही जग में आते ही सुबह. In this place the morning will arrive. In this place in the evening will also fall. शबनम की मोती फूलों से बिखरे. The pearls of the morning dew spread upon the flowers, and both of their desire flourish. Both of their desire. Who is both? Something is about to happen. Chaupai continues to share. Ramayan is very romantical. Ramayan is very family oriented. It's about a family. It's about people. It's to guide us and teach us how to live. How to live lovingly. Here Shiva went into this open air. Underneath this banyan tree, nice blue sky, the earth, the love, the monkey, the dew is about to blossom, and love is about to blossom. Chaupai. निज करता सीनागर को चाला, बैठे सहज ही शंभु काला. जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम. निज कर दासी, निज कर दासी, निज कर दासी, निज कर दासी नगरे पुचाला. वैसे समाज ही शंभु कृपाला. कुंद इंदुधर गौर शरीरा, भुज प्रदन परिजन मुनि तेरा. जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम. जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम. निज कर दासी नागरे पुछाला बैठे सहाजहि शंभु कृपाला कुंद इंदुदर गौर शरीरा भुज प्रलंब परे धन मुनि सेरा. Powerful Hindi language by Tulsidas at the instruction of him, Shiva himself. He is narrating to Tulsidas, write these lines so our disciples or devotees can learn how to. Here it is, Kunda Indudara Gaura Sharira. Who is Gaura? Raja?
Gaura.
Gaura is Gaurima.
Gaura.
She is now Parvati in this form of Gauri. The body of Gaura. Sharir means body. Now, we got to start all over.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. So this body of Gaurima begins to approach. Lord Shiva spread his tiger skin. He carries a tiger skin with him, right? He spread his tiger skin on the ground with his own hands. The all-merciful sat down at his ease, his body flare in fear in you as the jasmine or the moon. The arms of great length, a hermit covering, consisting of a bark of trees. His feet, this is now Tulsidas describing Shiva as he sits on his tiger skin. Visualize this tiger skin is this bed sheet here we sit down in this temple under the canopy of a banyan tree. Visualize this. His feet were like a pair of full-blown red lotuses. So when you ladies go to the makeup shop and you did your toenails and fingernails and all this kind, this is how Shiva is now, how beautiful his feet are. Serpent and ashes serve as his Tripurari ornaments. So he carried a garland. His mala was not like a rudraksha. He carried serpent heads as this. This is how strange Lord Shiva is. Doha. In this Doha, we will learn a little bit more description of Shiva as we almost bring in this to a closure. Let's clap for Andrew. Let's give him timing. Jata mukta surasati sira lochan naal visala ho nama lochan naal visala. Jata mukta surasati sira lochan nalini visala ho Shiva lochan nalini visala. Neelakantala Sobai Bali Drupala Siya Bajrama Chandra Ki Jai Sharanam Prabhu. Umapati Mahadeva Ki Jai Pavan Sutta Hanuman Ki Jai. Umapati Mahadeva Ki Jai Pavan Sutta Hanuman Ki Jai. Siya Bajrama Chandra Ki Jai Sharanam Prabhu. प्रेम से बोलो श्री शंकर भगवान की प्रेम से बोलो श्री शंकर भगवान की जटा मुकुट सरस्वती सिरा. With his matted hair, jata, with his matted hair for a crown, and Ganga Ma adorning his head. His eyes as big as a pair of lotuses. His throat is dark with poison, and with a crescent moon shining on his forehead, the Lord looks like a treasure house of beauty. This is how beautiful he looks. This is how beautiful you look. When we describe him like this, what do we sing? Dum 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 damaru bajaye. Dum 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 damaru bajaye. Shiva शंकर कैलाशपति युग युग सोया दिया जगाने शिव शंकर कैलाशपति दम 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 डमरू बजाने शिव शंकर कैलाशपति युग युग सोया दिया जगाने शिव शंकर कैलाशपति ओम नमः शिवाय 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 बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय जटाधुत से झरती गंगा भव के ताप में ताती धरती और प्यास से जी करने के मैया प्यास बुझाती निज कृपा जगती बरसाए शिव शंकर कैलाशपति युग युग सोया दिया जगाने शिव शंकर कैलाशपति ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय everybody ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय बोलो दम दम डमरू जटा जूत से झरती गंगा the Ganga flows from his matted hair cleansing the world through the Ganga the thirst of the world is quenched. So if you want to get to Shiva, what do? No, through Ganga flows from his matted hair is cleansing the world. So cleansing, we are part of this world. It's about cleansing us of our impurities. So through Ganga, if you want to get to Shiva, you get to Ganga. You understand the message between the lines, under the line, over the line, a bit and under the in between the line. Visualize. This is one concept of understanding the line, how it is being interpreted. If we really want to get to Shiva, you get to Ganga. Because where is the Ganga located? In the jata of his head. Right? So for you to be cleansed, for you to be purified, for you to be quench of this thirst, you offer prayers to Ganga. This is just a suggestion to each and every one of us. Final chaupai to bring this to a closure. Is something wrong with the towel side? Open up the volume for that towel side, the blue wire, or pull it down a little bit closer to you. We're not hearing the towel side. Let's bring this to a closure and we sing the final chaupai. Everybody we sing together. Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram. Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram.
पार्वती बाला अवासुर जानी गैन शंभू पही मातु भवानी.
Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram. Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram.
जानी प्रिया अधरुवती की धाम वाम भाग आसन हरि देना.
Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram. Ram Siya Ram
जो जाने गए शंभु पही मातु भवानी. Hey Parvati, who is the great mother Bhavani, approach her lord, her husband, underneath the banyan tree. Lord Shiva received her most courteously as his own dear wife and assigned her a seat on his left. This is a message for us. Take time to go out with your wife. Take time to go out with your spouse. And let her sit and enjoy some of the intricacies of life, of relationship, of empowerment, of feeling cared and wanted for. Assigned her a seat. In this case, Shiva assigned her a seat on his left. When you marry, after you do Kanyadan, and after you would have done the Saptapadi, where do you go? Which side do you go to your husband? As ladies. We ask Vinny.
What's the question?
Question is, after you've done Kanyadan, you did Saptapadi and so forth, which side do you go of your husband? Which side of your husband? Excellent. Let's give her a round of applause. There you go. So, which side is the heart? Left side is the heart, so she wants to be closer to the heart. So this is one of the possible reasons why Shiva, according to our Dharma Shastras, also in this Vivaha Sanskar, she goes over to his left side. And when she goes over to the left side, what happens? Kabhi, kabhi, mere dil mein ख्याल आता है. Can you sing with me? कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है कि जैसे तुझको बनाया गया है मेरे लिए. अब से पहले सितारों में बस रही थी, तुझे ज़मीं पे बुलाया गया है मेरे लिए. कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है, कभी 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 मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है. Sometimes my heart have a feeling that emerges that you have been created in this world just for me, my Dharmapatni, just for me. Until now you are living among the stars. You have been called onto earth just for me. This is Shiva now singing to his wife Parvati in the form of Bhavani Ma. And when that happens, and they sing like this, ये दोस्ती हम नहीं तोड़ेंगे तम मगर राजा ये तेरा साज ना लोगों को आते हैं तो नजर, हम अगर देखो तो नहीं. और जुदा क्या कमा जुदा है दुआ ऐसा हो नहीं. खाना पीना साथ है खाना पीना साथ है, मरना जीना साथ है, सारी जिंदगी ये दोस्ती हम नहीं तोड़ेंगे, तोड़ेंगे तुम मगर तेरा साथ ना छोड़ेंगे, तेरा साथ ना छोड़ेंगे, तेरा साथ ना। What does dosti mean? Friend. He said people will see us as two people, but we are both now, we become one. From the time we marry. We pray, may our prayer never drift apart. We will eat together. Khana peena saath hai, marna jeena saath hai. We will eat together, we will drink together. We will never break our friendship. How does this lead us to the celestial energy? Bhagwan Shiva and Parvati Ma, Bhavani Ma, comes this unison of the form of one in the form of the lingam. Brings us full circle from this beautiful story right back to our celestial. Both of them become one right back to the lingam. What do? For this kind of engagement, for this kind of unison, for this kind of relationship, for this kind of friendship, it is suggested to each and every one of you, offer Shivadar on the lingam. I will guarantee you over and over and give you guarantee that it works. If you do it, it works. Have faith. When we came to this country, we came on faith. We came out of a desire. When we get married, we took the bond in faith. We took it out of a desire. And one of the greatest lover of the celestial energy to lead you. We okay dear? Hansa, we okay?
Yes.
Let him come in. So one of the greatest celestial energy that shows us how devotion can play such a pivotal part in our role when we are devoted. My mother-in-law, who happens to be from Perseverance Estate, shares a story. It's not meant for nobody personal. It's just a calibration for each of us to understand where we are and what we will find until we sift it out. There is Bhagwan Shiva disguised himself under a tree right at the entrance going into this temple. But he has leper. That's how he disguised himself. And all these devotees going into this temple, and he's asking them to please take me inside to this temple. And nobody will shun an eye on him. They will shun him and they gone straight. There's a madman now, a lunatic, was come by. He had the daru and everything. And he asked this lunatic, so to speak, take me inside, I want to go into the temple. The man said, no worries, come on, put the man on the back. In a cave when he had leper or whatever, and went into the temple. And Shiva, disguised as this leper person, observing all these devotees that is going to pray to him. They go into this temple, he disguises himself and they don't realize. What is the message behind? Read between the lines. Read above the line. Read under the line. Don't judge the leper man, because that may very well be an energy of God to you that comes in front of your eyes for a purpose. A celestial energy in Hanuman Baba, the 11th avatar of Shiva, approached the Lord. Remember we talked about who Shiva has dear to his heart, Sri Ram. He approached the Lord and he disguised himself, but he was never rebuked. And what happened? When we sing the glories of this 11th avatar, he sits straight in front of me, giving me an indication it's time to bring this to a closure as we sing together. Shall we all sing together? Sri Guru Charana Saroj Raja Nijamana Mukhuda Sudhar वरनो रघुवर विमल जसु जोदायक पल छाय बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार. Let's clap again for we can bring this to a closure. ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी. जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपीस तिहुँ लोक उजागर. रामदूत अतुलित बल रामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा. महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी. कंचन वरण विराज सुवेशा, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केश. बोलो कैसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी. हाथ बज और बजा विराजे, कांधे मूंज धरे और हाथ. शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन. विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिबे को आतुर. प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया. ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी. ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी. सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा. भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज सवारे. लाए सजीवन लखन जियाहि, श्री रघुवीर हरषि उजाई. रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई. ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी. सहस बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे, अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे. संकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद शारद सहित ईसा. जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते, कवि कोकिल कहि सकै कहाते. तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा, राम मिलाइ राजपद दीन्हा. हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी. तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना. युग सहस्र योजन पर भाना, लियो ताहि मधुर फल जाना. प्रभु मुद्रिका में मुख माहि, चलहि राम जय अचरज नाहि. दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे तेते. ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी. राम द्वारे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिन पैसार. सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक काहू को तरना. आपन तेज समारो आपै, तीन लोक हांकते कापै. भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुना. बोलो ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी. नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीर. संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे. सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तुमके काज सकल तुम साजा. और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे. बोलो ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी. ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी. चारों युग प्रताप तुम्हारा है, परिसिद्धि जगत उजियारा. साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे. अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता, असबर दीन जानकी माता. राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के साथ. बोलो ऐसे हमरे राम भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसराए अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कराई और देवता चितना धरनी हनुमत से सर्व सुख करनी संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो तुम मेरे हनुमत बल पीरा
ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी
कैसे हमरे राम
भक्त हितकारी ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी
जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो गुरुदेव तिहारी जो शतबार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुत होई जो यह पर हनुमान चालीसा होई सिद्धि साकी गौरी सा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महावीरा
ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी
कैसे हमरे राम
भक्त हितकारी ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी ऐसे हमरे राम
भक्त हितकारी ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी पवन तने संकट हरण मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसो सुरधूम हसिया भज रामचंद्र के जय शरणम प्रभु प्रेम से बोलो महावीर स्वामी की प्रेम से बोलो महावीर स्वामी की प्रेम से बोलो महावीर स्वामी की बोले बोले हनुमान बोले भक्तों सिया राम श्री राम जी चरणों में बनके बिगड़े काम बोले बोले हनुमान बोले भक्तों सिया राम श्री राम जी चरणों में बनके बिगड़े काम बोले बोले हनुमान बोले भक्तों सिया राम Mothers and fathers, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for coming this morning. Thank you to Andrew for playing beautiful drum. All of you clapping beautiful for us. Uncle Dantal and Majira on the side here. My beautiful wife for chorusing me here this morning in London here this morning. And thank you all of you for hosting us, the executive and members of this beautiful Mandir. You have a beautiful Mandir. Keep it up. बोले बोले हनुमान बोले भगवान सिया राम श्री राम जी चरणों में बनके बिगड़े काम बोले बोले हनुमान बोले भगवान सिया राम श्री राम जी चरणों में बनके बिगड़े काम बोले बोले हनुमान बोले भगवान सिया राम Last but not least, for a special couple that's hosting us all the way from Miami into London, Northeast London, no other than the Suku family. That is Vice Suresh and Auntie Monica for hosting us here. Also Vinny and Andrew for hosting us and bringing us to London. I want to recognize my cousin all the way from Guyana, Annandale, Shanti, Ciceran for joining us. 2 hours traveling just to come here this morning. Where there is love, there is presence. They बोले बोले हनुमान बोले सिया राम श्री राम जी चरणों में बनके बिगड़े राम बोले बोले हनुमान बोले भक्तों सिया राम बोले बोले हनुमान बोले भक्तों सिया राम बोले बोले हनुमान बोले भक्तों सिया राम प्रेम से बोलो महावीर स्वामी की जय Mothers and fathers, I know we went over a little bit, but this brings us to an end this morning.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
Since I leave home, I never had more like this.
Oh.
It's beautiful.
You know,
Thank you.
I enjoy it.
We all enjoy it. I got emotional. Never heard something like this before. 20 years, 15 years, long just like
Yeah.
8 years and 4 years.
Okay, we do something like this every month.
You could stay here.
So I hear you, I listen to you, I feel how you feel. As I said yesterday when we did a little puja back home at Auntie Monica's home, I said that devotion and prayer brings us to this part of the world. I say this again, devotion and prayer, just like how Lord Vishnu and Brahma went to speak to Shiva, if you were listening earlier, that this brings us a prayer. So this is our prayer to share the love of Ramayan, to share the love of our Dharma. And this is what we bring. We bring love and nothing more. We express, we have a desire, we try to be as pure as we can, be as innocent as we can, be as loving as we can, be as kind as we can, be as respectful as we can, be as caring as we can. Because my wife and I, we love every one of you personally. From the
We
bottom
love
of
you
our hearts.
both as well, Padre. Padre, I would like to request you sing one song for my sister Monica to dance. Oh! She loves to dance at this Mandir.
I'm so glad.
Adi sama mo.
Divorce already. It was a choice to join.
So this is what we'll do. Since that we get an extension of a couple of minutes,
You're done.
You get more than a
I wanna-
couple minutes.
More than a couple.
I know every one of you would have participated in by being here alone to make this a success. It is a success. It is not the quantity of people, but rather the quality of people.
You get them all.
Yes. So thank you very much. I want to single-handedly for somebody who has been behind the scenes, foot to foot, to make sure before I got here, to make sure I get everything in order. And I cannot say how grateful my wife and I, because without all of this, it could not have happened. We're here for several pujas, private. I asked the President G to give me an opportunity to serve you guys in the temple this morning during this journey and stay here. Thank you for the opportunity. But Auntie Paro has single-handedly get up all the leaves and all the sarjam and all the flowers and whatever we wanted to get every single day on the phone and everything, whatever we need. Let's give her a round of applause. And I know behind that scene of Auntie Paro, there's a mastermind that who is guiding, that is advising, that is counseling, is the mother of one of my brother Pandits. The mother of Satish Dio. Do you know who that is? Let's give Auntie Shanti a round of applause. While all of you are very important, in every little step, the little drop that we pour in a pond, we drop that pebble. This Satish Dio, myself, we are the ripples of this pebble that you drop in this pond. So this is what we are. Because of you dropping that pebble, we are the ripples. Thank you very much. So I asked my wife to do at least a bhajan before, and then we'll do one for Monica dance. But the deal is, everybody got to come on the floor and dance with her. It's about fun. Look, who is the greatest dancer? Krishna or Shiva? Excellent. So we had a Shiva story. Now Shiva is in romance. So now we're gonna have some dance.
I've been requested to sing many times, and even at Mandir, I don't sing. I hardly sing because I prefer to give everybody else a chance.
मीठे रस से भरो रे राधा रानी लागे, राधा रानी लागे, मन कारो कारो यमुना जी नो पानी लागे।
मीठे रस से बरसे
मीठे रस से बरोरे राधा रानी लागे, राधा रानी लागे, मन करो करो यमुना जी नो पानी लागे। यमुना जी तो कारी कारी, राधा गोरी गोरी, वृंदावन में धूम मचावे बरसाने की चोरी। रज धान राधे, रज धानी लागे, मन करो करो यमुना जी नो पानी लागे। बरोरी राधा रानी लागे, राधा रानी लागे, मन करो करो यमुना जी नो पानी लागे। कान्हा नित मुरली में तेरी सुमरे बारंबार, होत न रूप धरे मन मोहन कहो न पावे पार। रूप रंग की छबीली पाता रानी लागे, पाता रानी लागे, मन करो करो यमुना जी नो पानी लागे। मीठे रस से बरोरी राधा रानी लागे, राधा रानी लागे, मन करो करो यमुना जी नो पानी लागे। ना भावे मन मातन मिश्री अब ना कोई मिठाई, मारे जबरिया ने भावे अब तू राधा नाम मलाई। ब्रज भानु की ललित गुण धानी लागे, गुण धानी लागे, मन प्यारो प्यारो यमुना जी नो पानी लागे। मीठे रस से बरोरी राधा रानी लागे, राधा रानी लागे, मन करो करो यमुना जी नो पानी लागे। राधा राधा राम नटक है जो नर हाथो याम, इनकी बाधा दूर करत है राधा राधा नाम। राधा नाम जिंदगी सफल जिंदगानी, जिंदगानी लागे, मन करो करो यमुना जी नो पानी लागे। मीठे रस से बरोरी राधा रानी लागे, राधा रानी लागे, मन करो करो यमुना जी नो पानी लागे। मीठे रस से बरोरी राधा रानी लागे, राधा रानी लागे, मन करो करो यमुना जी नो पानी लागे। मन करो करो यमुना जी नो पानी लागे, मन करो करो यमुना जी नो पानी लागे।
Let's give her a round of applause, please.
नंदा बाबा जी तो छया हो, हो, नंदा बाबा जी तो छया प्रभु श्याम रे कंदा, नंदा बाबा जी तो छया प्रभु श्याम रे कंदा। कन्हैया कन्हैया नंदा बाबा जी को दया प्रभु श्याम रे कन्हैया कन्हैया सोने के केस है सोने के मल्ला उड़ गए दोनों है भोले कन्हैया नंदा बाबा जी को दया प्रभु श्याम रे कन्हैया 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 नंदा बाबा जी को दया प्रभु श्याम रे कन्हैया 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 पहला पहला नीला गगन है नीला गगन है नीला गगन नीला गगन है नीला गगन पहला पहला नीला गगन है पहला पहला नीला गगन है नंदा बाबा जी के दया प्रभु श्याम रे कन्हैया 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 नंदा बाबा जी के दया प्रभु श्याम रे कन्हैया 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 मोरे ले हो ले नंदला लाला हो ले नंदला कन्हैया मोरे ले हो ले नंदला लाला हो ले नंदला कन्हैया मोरे ले हो ले नंदला कन्हैया मोरे ले हो ले नंदला कन्हैया मोरे ले हो ले नंदला होले ले नंदला नदिया होले ले होले ले नंदला ले नंदला ला होले ले सोनिया पंडिता में कौना से तू में कौना से तू सोने तले में कौना से तू में कौना से तू सोना नगरिया में खाओ सोना नगरिया में खाओ या बनाए बोलो बोलो हनुमान को भक्त सिया राम श्री राम के चरणों में बंदे बिगड़े काम बोलो बोलो हनुमान को भक्त सिया राम श्री राम के चरणों में बंदे बिगड़े काम बोलो बोलो श्री राम के चरणों में बंदे बिगड़े काम बोलो बोलो श्री राम मैया कसमत में श्री राम बोले बोले हनुमान बोले बोले सिया राम बोले बोले हनुमान बोले बोले सिया राम बोले बोले हनुमान बोले बोले सिया राम. Shall we all stand for our tea, or you want? Oh, I ask the president of the organization for closing remarks before we stand for our tea. Take a mic, please.
With what you've done, I don't know if I can add anything more. Ladies and gentlemen, I was expecting 3 times your number today. We've catered for 3 times your number today. But many are called, but few are chosen. And you are the chosen ones. Tell the others what they've missed out on today. Yes? We've heard that somebody been praying for only 15 years. And they've never seen this before. So what you've seen, but we took our time, and thank you so much. The only, to make this, without you all, it wasn't possible. But without Panditji and Haram Patni, she's there. Give a big round of applause. Thank you so much. This was meant to happen 2 years ago because of COVID. We were meant to have a puja at home and to arrange here as well. It couldn't happen. He had to cancel and then rebooked, and then he said he could make it. He said the date when he was free because he's a busy man. They're a busy couple. They have 2 lovely daughters that they're in touch with every day. And we were so delighted that they decided to come. And I get to know Pandit over 5 years ago and through Andrew. I don't know how. His friends are Pandits. Pandits, he's hanging around with a lot of other Pandits as well, so you gotta watch him. He's taking notes from one or whatever, and then he knows Pandit Subram and what other Pandits. Yeah. No, his friends are always older people, so from since he was small. So I must say thank you from the bottom of my heart. But for catering, thanks to Khalid. He's a big round of applause to him. We have to taste it. And Marla. And I understand, what's the company called, Sal? The Punjabi company. We hope that they will turn up with something. I think Richie. He turned up already. Okay, thank you so much. Thanks to the executive for allowing us to have the function here. Who else shall I say thank you to? You know, can I just say yesterday to our puja, when I was thanking everybody to play a certain part, somebody came up to me at the end and says, "You thank everybody, what did you do, White?" I didn't see Surin today. He said, he's coming. So Surin asked me, "What did you do, White?" Well, I said, I was the captain that was steering everything. So yes, thank you. I cannot thank all you all enough. For Andrew and Venetia, and my lovely wife, Dharam Patni. All the ladies, Pandit already, so say thank you to Paru, to Shanti, Shanta, Sabu, my brother, big brother here. Good. I'm getting there as well. I started rubber anybody. I know he didn't. I promised him that he got to sing a little bhajan. I don't know if you want to give him a couple lines of a bhajan. Would you have time? Can you do a couple lines? Please, I did promise him.
In the meantime, while he's getting his song, I just want to make a little announcement that for yesterday, who was at the function,
whatever arty money that was collected, I think
Yes.
there's some total of £100.
Yes, Pandit
This is for the temple. This is not for me. So this will help you guys to grow. So we want to donate this to the temple.
Thank you, Pandit. I was coming to that, but that's okay. It's
Thank
better
you.
to come from you. Okay. Bye.
Namo Mahadeva Shambho Namo Sadashiva Jai Parmeshwar Jai Bhuvaneshwar Jai Shiva Shankara
Beautiful. Let's give him a round of applause. So he sings as sweet as he cooks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for doing all that you do.
while the song was going on, there is something that was going on behind the scenes. So I will like to actually share this before we make an announcement. All of you are equally important to each and every one of us. We don't have no favor, we don't have favorite, and we are always respectful to everyone. These are the two things I ask each and every one of you to propagate in this temple. Everybody you meet up to, do not be disrespectful and not to have favoritism. Treat everybody the same. Somebody may have a preference. If that's your preference, keep it to your personal thoughts, because whatever you share out there can affect or hurt somebody. We want to recognize and hand over the mic to my wife for people who are contributing significantly at this point in time, as we see in this Mandir. We want to hand the mic over now to my wife for her to make a little announcement of something that she wants to give out with Vinny. There's a mic here.
Okay, again, I've been dubbed Pandit's wife. My name is Davina, and Pandit always put me on the spot 5 seconds before the actual presentation. So, I should say I've begun to get used to it. One time, we were driving 2.5 hours to get to a function. And 5 minutes before, he goes, "You're gonna talk on a woman's perspective." I says, "What?" He says, "Yes, you have a 10-minute sermon." So, just to let you know, he introduced me, yes, and I knew 5 seconds before. Well, I have the distinguished honor of presenting a certificate of appreciation to Auntie Paro. And the reason why we need to appreciate each and every one is because none of us is an island. All of us need support somehow, somewhere. And a lot of times our hard work has been taken for granted. And I would like to tell you here today that none of you can survive without each other. Each and every one of us plays a pivotal part in each other's life, be it you want to accept it or not. Second, a lot of times, running an organization is not an easy task. You may butt heads, you may pull hairs, you may have whatever differences. But at the end of the day, don't lose the focus of the common goal. Because the common goal is not the organization. It's each other. That's the common goal. Because we come to pray, we look and we decorate the altar and we do everything. And the reason why I'm doing this before I hand this certificate, because I would like you to understand how pivotal you are. And not only you because you're getting a certificate. Each and every one of you would have a certificate. And it's not because 3 is presenting, but it's because each and every one of you deserve that. And because of the fact that time limits, that's why we wouldn't be able to do that. So when we come here and we decorate the altar and we do everything that we need to get done, it's not we're decorating that so that we need to come here and sit and pray. We're doing that just for the physical empowerment of our body. Because, you know, when you come to Mandir, you prepare your soul, you prepare your mind, you prepare everything else. And then you think that is what darshan is. No. Darshan is what you do when no one is looking. Not when everyone is looking. And that is why one of my favorite quotes are, what you do or what you say I don't hear. What you do, your actions speak loud and clear. So let us understand what we do when we have an audience. That doesn't really matter. Is when no one is looking, who is visiting someone who needs a meal? Who is visiting someone in the hospital who have nobody to visit them? Who is taking care of an elderly person living in your own home? And you can't wait to say, man, I gotta go to the movies, I got no time to stay to give you dinner. So understand what you do when no one is looking, that is actual puja. As a reminder again, getting old is not a burden. It is an honor. Not many live to see those ages. That's why it's called the golden age. So again, thank you for your listening pleasure and hope I didn't bore you with my little speech.
Thank you.
So I would like to call on Auntie Paro, who, since we came, by the way, we got off the flight on Thursday here. And from the airport, we went home and got freshed and everything. And then I went to see where Auntie Paro lived, along with Asha, to get the leaves and prepare for puja. So that was my first puja. So Auntie Paro, please do come, and we really do appreciate all that you do. This other person I knew just a few hours ago, but I had the distinguished honor of meeting her son. Not under pleasant circumstances, but when my dad passed, my husband had a wedding that was already planned, and he couldn't do it. So, well, not the funeral, but the 10-day. So, my brother got in touch with Pandit Satish, and funny story is, my brother and I made the call to get him to come, because my husband did the funeral, but he had to fly back to Florida, do the wedding, and then fly back for the 12th day. So Pandit Satish said, my brother had me on speaker, so Pandit Satish says, okay, bye, you would have to get this, this, and this. So he says, well, my brother-in-law is a Pandit, my sister is here, and let her know what you have to get. So I introduced myself, and I said, so Pandit Satish says, who is your husband? I said, Pandit Sarva. He goes, oh, my buddy. So I don't have to tell you anything. You know what you have to get. So that was my first interaction with him. Very pleasant, very humble soul, and I really, really do appreciate all he did. And when I came here and I saw you yesterday, and I interact with you a little bit, I now realize where he got that from. So thank you very much, Auntie Shanti, for all you do, and please do come and accept a certificate of appreciation on behalf of the temple and all of us here. The certificate says, we gladly present Narde Shanti Deo with a certificate of appreciation in honor of your outstanding service and dedication in the name of Vedic Sanatan Dharma. Signed by my husband, who is a notary public, and many other accolades behind his names. So thank you so much. Now, this other person Sorry about that. Parliament was in session for a few seconds. This other person I met also a few hours ago. She's such a warm and welcoming person. Make sure she come and ask me, what do you need? Do you need anything? Do you need any help? No, I myself don't even know what I need. And as soon as she spoke, you can feel that motherly figure. You can feel that she's always, you know, she says, Mika one thing, when Puja don't me one dance.
That's true, that's true.
So, I would like to present this certificate humbly to Kumar and Kemraji Lalcha, known as Auntie Sab. They are humble servants of Sanatan Dharma, and I would really appreciate you guys cherishing the leadership you have here.
Thank you very much. We don't resolve this. Thank you very much.
Now, okay, again, talk about putting on the spot. I need to be on my game. Okay, so now, this other couple, my husband has been in touch with this family for 5 years. I have been in touch with the family, I don't want to sound bad, but maybe less than 5 hours. So, every time the phone calls happen, well, okay, I'll go into a little backstory. At home, when he has phone calls and he has to do any jyotish or whatever he has to do, the girls and I have a ward which we call skedaddled. So we would just go where we gotta go and leave him in the room and does his thing and whatever. So if he has, when he comes home and they're gonna say, Dad, we're waiting on you for dinner. So all phones gotta be put away. So once dinner is over, he goes, guys, I need to make 5 or 4 phone calls, whatever it is. So we're like, okay, cool, because you already had dinner. So that's the routine. So we don't know when he make calls because whatever he discussed with somebody, we do not get involved. We respect that privacy. So when I think he was speaking with auntie and uncle, we were in the car one day, him and I, because most of the drive, I'm the Uber. So I drive. So he was making his phone calls and stuff, and then he's speaking to these people, and I'm like, okay, fine, whatever, because I don't pay no mind. I'm just focusing on the road, and then all of a sudden I heard London. I said, what? So then he was making arrangements for the pujas, and then I heard my wife is coming too. Okay. So I still didn't ask anything. So when the conversation is done, I says, was that Andrew? He says, no, it is Mom and Dad. I said, oh, because the only name I knew was Andrew. That was the only name. I didn't know anything else. So when that happened, and then they kept in communication and everything, and fast forward, on Wednesday, that is when I get to know the family. Andrew and his beautiful wife came to pick us up at the airport, and Vinny was very, very nice. And actually, funny story, we took a picture and showed them what we looked like while we were traveling because it was cold. So they told me, oh, you gotta wear a sweater and stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. And then all of a sudden I'm hot. So I'm telling him, man, this place is hot. He goes, no, it says London is gonna be cold. I says, okay. So we came, and I wore a yellow because I like bright colors. So Vinny says, we're looking for you guys, because we were heading for the door to then call and says, hey, we're here. So Vinny says, we're looking for you guys. And then I saw the yellow man. I go, that's them. So But they are such a beautiful and humble couple. For being young, I really admire and appreciate all that they do, because Sanatan Dharma is on the shoulders of the younger generation. They're the future. And when I came home, Auntie and Uncle were, by the way, we came home like an hour and a half later because of traffic. God knows how long they were preparing, but when we came home, they were there to welcome us. The style that we learned in Ramayan, they were there with Arti to welcome us. And that was a very humbling experience. And that was my first impression of the epitome of servant leaders here in the UK. Because no matter where we go, we can take our culture with us. No matter how educated you are, you're not too educated to perform your duties as a servant leader. Be it in your workforce, be it in your home, be it wherever. And I've seen that togetherness in Uncle Suresh and Auntie Monica's home. They have made us feel welcome. We have never met them face to face. We felt like part of their family. We felt like we have known them forever. We felt very comfortable, and trust me, we have traveled a lot. We felt very comfortable in their home. And for that, I thank you, Uncle Suresh and Auntie Monica, for making us feel a part of your family and for taking us in this part of the world where we have come for the first time. So, thank you guys very much for all you do. And if they can do that at home, I can understand that they're the ones who don't need a certificate because I've experienced it. They are not doing it when people are looking. They're doing whatever they have to do when no one is looking. And that is the epitome of a servant leader. So this certificate that I'm about to present is a certificate not of recognition, but a certificate of humility to this humble and wonderful couple. So Uncle Suresh and Auntie Monica, please do come and accept this certificate on behalf of the temple and my husband and I.
Anything else? Anything else you have?
Shall we all stand for Arti, please?
यानि कानि जपापानि जन्मन्तरे कृतानि च तानि तानि विनश्यन्ते प्रदक्षिणा प्रदे जय जगदीश हरे आशा स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भात जनों के संकट भात जनों के संकट जन में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे जो जावे फल पावे दुख बिन से मन का स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे राष्ट्र में देश का जय जगदीश हरे मात पिता तुम्हारे शरण गहू की सखी स्वामी शरण गहू की सखी तुम बिन और न दूजा तुम बिन और न दूजा ओम जय जगदीश हरे परमेश्वर पार ब्रह्मा परमेश्वर सबके स्वामी ओम जय जगदीश हरे दीन बंधु दुख हरे ठाकुर तुम मेरे स्वामी ठाकुर तुम मेरे अपने हाथ उतारो अपने हाथ उतारो द्वार परा तेरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा स्वामी पाप हरो देवा श्रद्धा भक्ति भराओ श्रद्धा भक्ति भराओ तन तन के सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट भक्त जनों के संकट जन में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय राधा दमन मा शक्ति मा अम्बे 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 मा शांति मा अम्बे मा शक्ति मा अम्बे मा शक्ति मा प्रभा मा शांति मा शांति मा
दुर्गा भवानी माँ जय जय अम्बे माँ
We clasp our hands as we leave here today. We ask that every footstep that you make, you be protected by Ganapati. Every mile you drive, every mile you fly. Lakshmi Ma give us the greatest prosperity. Bhagwan Shiva, the greatest health and strength and the greatest relationship. Agni Devta, give you the energy to perform your chores and everything happens on their team.
गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं
कपित्रजम्बो
उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकं नमामि विगणे लक्ष्मी करोतु कल्याणम् आरोग्यं सुखसम्परं मम शत्रो विनाशाये दीपज्योति नमोस्तुते त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिं वर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव वन्दना मृत्युर्मुक्ष्यामि त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव शविभाव गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमो नमः ओम जौ शांति अंतरिक्षं शांति पृथ्वी शांति आपा शांति औषधय शांति वनस्पति शांति विश्वदेव शांति ब्रह्मा शांति सर्वेगं शांति शांतिरेवा शांति सामा शांतिरेधि ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम।
प्रेम से बोलो गणपति भगवान की, प्रेम से बोलो धरती माता की, प्रेम से बोलो लक्ष्मी माता की, कलश देवता की, शिव शंकर भगवान की, अग्नि देवता की, लिंगम देवता की, वैदिक सनातन धर्म की, वैदिक सनातन धर्म की, वैदिक सनातन धर्म की।
सब संतन की जय जय सीताराम। ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम।
Just a couple announcements. You may take your arti, participate in Panchamrit. Also, there is Prasaram, and I understand there is Bhojan. I want to offer you an alternative. It's on behalf of this organization.
We're more than